Um, what is your experience working with parents?
I have never had an angry parent. So it's been mostly really positive.
So what do you do if you have like an angry parent come in about their student?
I've never had one, so I can't tell you a whole lot, but I know teachers who have had angry parents. And they are honest and direct, but also you have to be understanding of where they're coming from. You can't like fight them.
That makes sense.
So not being like confrontational, like listening to them, and then giving them the logic, because usually parents only hear their students' side of the story, and it's not always 100% correct. So giving them your side of whatever the issue is, they can usually see that logically. But if the parent is too aggressive or is not listening, you always get admin. And admin can help kind of mediate the situation.
Makes sense. So have you ever had like a parent, parents aren't allowed to come in during school hours, correct?
Correct.
And then, so do they just set up an email time to meet with you, like after school hours?
Yeah, usually. I've never had that. But normally the parent will just email me and be like, hey, what are they missing? What do they need? So it's usually through email with me, the communication. But they would email you and set up a time to meet you after school or before school. Or if it's close to parent-teacher conferences.
That's fair. Sorry, I'm trying to think of more questions.
No, you're good.
Like, have you had parents in your had parents come in and work with you at all?
No, they usually I think I've only had parents email me asking, how can I help my student? What are they missing? So that they're aware of exactly what they need to do.
I guess, how do you set what's it called? Boundaries with parents so that they're not like, I don't know, being too aggressive with you or like getting overheated, I guess?
Yeah, your syllabus. As long as everything's in your syllabus, you can be like, you signed this. You did agree to this. Which one, civil piece?
Yeah, civil piece questions.
Yeah, syllabus.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's in there, that is your boundary. And so as long as they like agreed to your late policy so that they were aware of that ahead of time, you're usually pretty good.
What do you do with like if you need to like speak with a parent and they're not like and you can't get any communication with them?
Email, phone call, talk to admin, see what admin can do, but there's really no other way. Unless I guess you could send a note to the student.
Is that typical? Like, you have never done that before, though, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't feel like that'd go too well if you had to send a note home.
Yeah, but if it's the only way,
Yeah.
the odds of it even getting to the parent.
What is it like working with parents doing IEPs and 504s?
It's pretty positive. I mean, they always send out the invite. So, like the special education people coordinate that. And so you really just have to show up and tell them what you notice about their kid. Like, what are the positives? And then what are some things you think can help them? And so it's really pretty easy. You just show up, say, here's what I've noticed, here's what I think can help them. They're using these accommodations really well. And parents, when they come in with their IEP student, are usually pretty like open because they've been through it before, especially in high school. They've done the whole process, so this isn't their first rodeo.
Right.
So it's really easy to just be like, here, and they're like, yeah, I know, I've noticed that. So it's easy peasy.
So you never had to like get a hold of a parent to like address like behavioral issues either, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which like wouldn't that be on the principal then?
Uh-huh. Yeah, admin first, and then if that continues, then to the parent.
Well, I guess how do you avoid having like issues with parents, I guess?
I feel like I'm normally students talk to me first. Like, they're the first line of, if a parent is coming to you, it's because your student complained.
Mm-hmm.
And so I at least try to talk to the student, or they talk to me first. And that usually resolves it. Because I'm like, they have a question about their grade. Okay, we'll fix that. I'll grade it. Not a problem. That's how I avoid it.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do about like a student that's like supposedly has an issue with a book, and then a parent comes in and is like, hey, I don't want my student reading this.
You can always give them other options. There are millions of books.
So you would just probably have like pre-planned books, and then like, here's your options.
Yeah, like you can choose from these. You'll have to do it on your own time, read it on your own time. And while we're in class, like you need to sit in the library or something and arrange that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just having backups.
So like you wouldn't give the whole class like you'd want to.
No.
Okay. How come you wouldn't divide the book, like have like there's like 3 books you guys can choose from?
Way too much work.
That's fair.
I can't teach 3 different books at the same time. I just can't.
I mean, not yet. Just kidding. Just kidding.
No. If that's something I have to start doing, 3 different books in the same class, I don't think so.
That's fair. Well, I guess you'd have to have like a really strong understanding of each book to do it.
Which is fine. Like I can have an understanding of it, but if you're letting kids, okay, you're reading by yourself, they're not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So usually in class we're reading together.
That's fair.
Because if you give it to them on their own, it's just not.
How often do you, well, I don't know, like, so you have to like document student behavior before you address like parents, right?
It just depends on if it's like a persistent thing and the kid does have like a behavior IEP or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
What does parent-teacher conferences look like?
Long day. Starts at 2, you leave at 7 after teaching all day.
Mm-hmm.
And they just come to your room and just pull up their grade, talk about the kid's grade. Leave. Usually with parent-teacher conference though, it's kids who already have an A in your class and their parents just want to hear how awesome they are.
Right.
Which is great.
So would you want to incentivize parents to come in to get their kids' grade up? So like offering extra
Yeah.
credit or anything?
Yeah.
Does that work at all?
I haven't tried extra credit, so I don't know if it would for parent-teacher conference. I'm sure it might, but once again, kids who do extra credit are usually the kids who already have a good grade.
Right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm like, it's hard for me to see like if I'm failing, what do I need to do to pass real quick?
Uh-huh. And so they'll usually just get whatever work they can from me.
Sweet. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.